How you doing, Dave?
Fine, fine.
Well, I've just said it's been 2 years since you last came on the show. Now, there's obviously a lot of water under the bridge since then. Where have you been hiding?
Well, it wasn't really a matter of choice, Mick. The album should have been out a year ago, March 1986. And in March 86, I got a dreadful sinus infection, which was not drug-related. And it cost me all my vocal ability, if there is supposed to be any there, and power and everything. I couldn't sing for 9 months of last year.
Right.
I had to go in for surgery. That's when I said to the members of the group that there was no guarantee after this surgery if I would get my voice back. So I suggested that they find, you know, another band or something, because I couldn't afford just to keep things going.
But I mean, obviously, I've just been listening to some of the new album. You sound in great voice again.
Thank you. Well, I think hopefully it's better than ever.
All right, well, look, I want to talk to you about the new album and all the changes in the band that have been going on in a minute. First of all, let's have a look at the man in action. This is Whitesnake in one of our most requested ever videos. This is Love Ain't No Stranger. Stranger in a very popular video on this show. My guest today, Mr. David Coverdale.
It's really strange, the very end part of that, when I'm taken away on the lorry, my child went, "They're taking my daddy away." Yeah, it's very...
She watches the show, I believe.
Yes, yeah, in Munich.
Right, right. Now, I'm just watching that video myself. I felt just a bit nostalgic because that line-up there, when it first, Cozy Powell, Neil Murray, John Sykes, when it first got together,
oh, it was great.
Everybody was saying this has got to be the best Whitesnake line-up yet.
Yes, indeed.
What happened there?
Just the attitudes changed. I mean, the whole important thing to remember is that when I came up with the concept of Whitesnake, it was just as a vehicle for good rock and roll songs. It's not the Monkees or Duran Duran. If somebody leaves, it's like a million broken hearts. It's a musical outfit. And that's it. If an attitude creeps in and a personality wants to change what I want to go for, and any negative % of attitude comes in, then it's not interesting to me anymore. Right. It's the flexibility of being able to work with some of the finest musicians in the business is always appealing to me. And everybody benefits. I'm not like Dick Tater, Richard Tater. It's everybody benefits from the success.
I think most of the new material on the album, as far as I know, was co-written by yourself and John Sykes.
Yeah, when I sat down, John has never been known as a composer, and I encouraged him. That's all I can do, is encourage and inspire people to spread the wings and fly. If they decide to doo-doo in the nest, I'm not prepared to clean it up.
Tell me about your new single, because already it's rocketed into the top 40 here in the UK. I hear it's doing very well in America, probably just about to break down the doors in Europe.
Yes.
But it's a very long choice of a single, isn't it?
Well, I don't compromise. I don't write singles. It's arranged. All of the album is arranged to give Whitesnake a whole new stage show. It's like a live show.
But then you get the record company saying, "David, don't be mad. You can't release 7-minute-long
They
singles."
can say whatever they want. I'm a songwriter first, and the songs are all arranged to have legs to walk straight off the disc into the arenas, the concert halls.
All right, good words. Let's have a look at the brand new single from Whitesnake. This is Still of the Night. Whitesnake and their brand new single, Still of the Night, and just the odd flick there of David Coverdale getting arrested
by the sex police. Why not? Should please a lot of the UK press, I think.
Now, a lot of our eagle-eyed viewers, of course, will have spotted in that video Tommy Aldridge on the drums, Rudy Sarzo on bass, Vivian Campbell on guitar, Adrian Vandenberg on guitar.
Yeah, I'm going to change the name to the United Nations. There's a Dutchman, an Irishman, a Cuban, a Texan, and me. An serious Englishman.
But I think what we've got to do, David, now is clear up this question once and for all. Who is in Whitesnake and who isn't?
Well, these gentlemen that you see here already, they're on call to see. You see, it has been a long time since I performed and also had an album out. Slide It In was the most successful album I've ever released. However, I mean, I want to know if people have missed me as much as I've missed them before I commit, to global tours and things like this, because these people that I'm working with are all involved with different projects.
Sure.
They're prepared to work with me, but I want to be able to guarantee that I can take care of them. So with that, I need some indication whether, people are going to invite me to party with them in their respective countries.
But as of right now, it's David Coverdale's show, right?
Yes, here I go again, on my own, going down the only road.
Tell me, have you ever considered actually dropping the Whitesnake name and just going out as David Coverdale?
No, I don't know. I get a lot of pressure from the companies because I like to work under the title Whitesnake. The old bluesers you had, Lightning Hopkins, right. Whitesnake David Coverdale, I don't know. Blind drunk David Coverdale, who knows? Tell me,
do you ever, I mean, obviously there have been certain lineups of Whitesnake which have done better than others. Do you have one, or a particular memory that you're particularly fond of?
Oh, the best in terms of social was the actual original. I mean, unfortunately, when the fun started to creep in on stage and the attitude became lethargic or lazy in the studio, that's when I had to stop it then. It's too important to me. My responsibility is to the audience who've supported the Whitesnake concept.
All right, well, look, let's have a look at one of my particular favourite lineups of Whitesnake. This is from Castle Donington in 1983, and this is Full for Your Loving. To the Monsters of Rock show, and my guest this week, Mr. David Coverdale.
Yes.
Now, David, just looking at Full for Your Loving brought back some funny memories, including one. Doesn't legend have it that that song was originally written by you for B.B. King?
Yes, B.B., Blues Boy.
What's the story there?
Well, B.B. was working with the Crusaders at the time, like getting a lot lighter, funkier stuff. And Bernie Marsden actually did an interview on behalf of Sounds with B.B., because B.B.'s a big influence on him. And he was saying, hey, why don't you guys get a tune together? You know, so we got this thing together. When we did sort of the demo to send over to him, I was going, this is a bit good. And we kept it. It was like instead of taking from the black man and, you know, and stealing it, like we didn't even give it. You know, it's like inverted some way. And that was the first worldwide hit Whitesnake had.
Right, I know.
You know, but it was great because there was no compromise. It's a blues-based. The whole idea of Whitesnake is rock with the blues bass.
But there's also a track on the new album, isn't there, called Is This Love, which I understand was written originally for Tina Turner.
Yeah, EMI asked me if, when she was preparing material for what is now a current album, because she wanted to get back into a rockier thing, they knew I was going off on a writing spree and said, if you come up with any ideas suitable for Tina, we'll put them forward. And this was one of the ideas I was messing around with, and John came and said, what's that? He started putting some little guitar embellishments in, and we came up with Is This Love? Then Neil came over and said, we ought to keep this. This is the kind of track that people like with Whitesnake, because usually I'll write light and shade songs where I'll make a soft start and then go, I better bring the band in, you know, which is like on almost every Whitesnake album. And this is the first time since Ain't No Love in the Heart of the City, or Help Me Through the Day, that there's been just one blues groove going through it.
Right, right. Well, I mean, also, well, Slow and Easy, of course, was fairly bluesy, wasn't it? Really?
Oh, yeah, well, it's, there's always a blues base. The situation, blues is just another word for expression. But there's no compromise in terms of artistic integrity. It's still as legitimate as the rock stuff. And
do you think if you were starting out now as a singer that you'd bring in like a horn section and girl-backing singers, lots of keyboards? If
I felt the track needed it, yeah. Yeah, if I felt that's it, you know, you've got to get the best out of the song. I don't think there's a lot of great songs nowadays. I mean, the 70s, late 60s and up to middle 70s, the songs and albums you could guarantee to get your money's worth. You can't really guarantee that anymore.
All right, let's have a look at some sleazy blues now from Whitesnake. And this is Slow and Easy. Back in the studio here with Mr. David Coverdale.
Yes, yes, yes.
David, I must tell you, a lot of girls tell me when they go to your shows, or particularly see your videos, they say the reason they like it is because you're so sexy.
Oh, thank you so much. At my age.
Do you feel sexy when you go on stage?
No, I just basically respond to the physicality of the music and use the microphone as an extension of it. The music, or whatever. I mean, guitarists or whatever have a great physical instrument to present the music with. I don't like just to stand there and sing. You know, it's not a Cliff Richard situation. Sorry, Cliff. I like the physicality of rock and roll. It's great physical and emotional therapy.
All right, what about, you know, if we're talking about physicality in rock and roll?
Sexy.
Sexiness in rock and roll. When are we actually going to see you with a new band?
Hopefully in the summer, hopefully. What I want to try to do is make some sneak appearances. Yeah, I've really got to test the water. It's been a long time.
When you say sneak appearances, I mean, how sneaky are these appearances going to be? You're going to do some festivals?
If this, yeah, maybe it'll be a kind of special guest situation, which will be worked out now, or may even have already been worked out.
As we speak.
And just get in and have a go. You know, because I definitely, contrary to what a lot of people have been saying in the press, there's no way that I'm going to leave Europe unless they don't want to see me anymore. Right.
Now, how do you, obviously, while you've been away, it's only been a couple of years.
It's quite substantial.
Well, let me put it this way. In the last 6 months, particularly in Britain and Europe, we've seen the advent of people like Bon Jovi and Europe, both of which have been zooming into our top tens. Strangely enough, I must say, Joey Tempest from Europe reminds me a little bit of an earlier version.
I've got about 15 years on him. Yeah, he's good. I've got a compliment sent from Joey in Stockholm. It was very nice.
What did he say?
It's just that I'm a big influence on him. It's a compliment, you know.
So you're gonna chase these youngsters into the charts?
No. I can still bite the odd nether part, you know. I think I can still kick with them and show them a few tricks.
All right, I'm sure you can. Let's have some more Whitesnake now, and this is Guilty of Love. Whitesnake there, Guilty of Love. David, thank you very much for coming in to see us today.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
Good luck with the album. It's a stunner. I'm going to review it on the show next week and tell everybody about it. Good luck with the tour as well.
Thank you very much. It's nice to be here.
If, by the way, you do want to win one of those Deep Purple tour jackets we talked about earlier on in the show, the address to write to is Mick Wall on the Monsters of Rock show, 87 St John's Wood Terrace, London, Northwest 8, 6PY, England. That's the Monsters of Rock show, Skytrax, 87 St John's Wood Terrace, London, Northwest 8, 6PY, England. You a thrash metal fan, David?
A bit.
All right, let's have a bit of band.